Good morning, students. So today, before we will start something, I would like to inform you all that you have to follow is the appropriate behavior during COVID-19, because now it's unlock 5 and the festivals are coming on. So you have to follow this. You have to wear a mask, follow the physical distancing, and you have to maintain the hand hygiene. Wear mask properly, stay at least 6 feet from others, wash your hands frequently, always with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, and remember to not touch your face and do not share your foods or drinks with others. You have to maintain this so as to take care of yourself and your family also. So now we're gonna start the next topic, that is mechanism of breathing. So now that we have learnt about the human respiratory system, now we know what are the different organs that present inside our body to help to undergo the entire process of respiration, taking in air, giving out carbon dioxide, okay, and how exchange of gases take place, and all that is clear now. Now we need to understand is how do we breathe. We breathe in or we breathe out. What are the changes that take place inside our body? That is what we will see here. When we breathe in the extra air, then how the extra space is created, and we will see that air pressure also play a very important role. So breathing, as I mentioned also, that it is a physical process. It is just a process where we mechanically breathe in and breathe out. But as such, there is no chemical reaction take place inside our body. That's why it is a physical process. Now breathing consists of, it is like a two-step process, you can say. So breathing doesn't mean breathing in air, it also means breathing out air. Okay, so inhalation and exhalation. So what is the meaning of in? Inside. So inhalation is all about taking in air inside your body, and exhale to expel out, releasing out of air from your body. And it consists of an oxygen. Each and every cell of our body, they need to oxidize their food to release energy. So we need oxygen. So our body considered which we breathe in as a good air. Now it is called a bad air. Why? Because it produces CO2. As a result of cellular respiration, each and every cell, the process of oxidation of food and respiration take place. As a result, carbon dioxide is produced. Now what we will do with so much of carbon dioxide accumulated inside our body? We do not need it. So CO2 becomes like a waste of our body. So all this carbon dioxide is released out with this air, expel out from our body. So we considered it as a bad air. So inhalation is all about taking in good air, and exhalation is all about taking out, expel out the bad air. So now let us try to understand the changes that take place inside our body during inhalation and exhalation. So what happens in inhalation? We breathe in air. That means some extra air is coming inside our body. So we need to provide some extra space for that extra air that coming in. It is something like in your family, there are just 4 family members who stayed in your house. Now suddenly a few guests is coming to your house, like 10 more people coming to your house. So you need to provide them some space so that they can stay, where they can sleep, and that's how you have to provide them some space, create some space in your house. So in the same way, when we breathe in some extra air, we have to prepare some extra space for them also. So it is mainly by the contraction of the diaphragm. I told you the diaphragm is present at the bottom of the lungs. Okay. This diaphragm being muscular in nature, capable of expansion and contraction. So during inhalation, this diaphragm contracts. It contracts. It becomes somewhat like a dome. It's come down. Okay. Now what happened when it pulls below? The lungs have got more space, and the lungs are elastic in nature. As the diaphragm moves down, the space inside the lungs get increased and it got expanded. So as a result, the lungs will also expand. So if earlier the lungs is like this, after that it is like this. The amount of space inside the lungs also get increased. So we say that lungs expand, which actually means the volume inside the lungs increased. Now pressure and volume, they are inversely proportional to each other. That is, if pressure increase, volume decrease. If volume increase, pressure decrease. So when the volume inside the lungs which have expanded increases, what will happen to the pressure? The pressure will decreases. So the air pressure inside the lungs decreases. Okay, so how does that matter to us if the air pressure decreases? Now the air pressure here is less inside the lungs. Less than what? It is less compared to the outside the lungs. So when I say outside the lungs, it could be the trachea, it could be the nostrils, it could be outside its environment. Now as a result, what will happen? Air will flow from region of higher pressure to region of lower pressure. So how will air flow? High pressure से. So air will flow outside toward the nostrils. Here the nostrils, the pressure will be more. Okay, and that is why during inhalation, air flow towards the lungs. So air basically flow from outside to lungs. Okay, and that is why you can actually feel your breathing. So when you just touch your breasts, you can feel your breath. So that is because of this contraction and expansion. So when you are breathing in, the lungs are expanding. When you are breathing out, it is contracting. So now let us talk about exhalation. It is just that opposite way of inhalation. Now we're going to talk about exhalation, where we expel out the air which contain carbon dioxide, which is not needed by our body. So in exhalation, the diaphragm muscles expand. So when these muscles expand, so it tends to go upward, not downward. It pulls up. The volume of the lungs is decreased. It will contract. Lungs contract. Therefore, what happens? The volume inside the lungs decrease. Again, we know that volume and pressure is inversely proportional to each other. So when volume decrease, so pressure increase. So what happens? Air tends to flow from region of higher pressure to region of lower pressure. Therefore, air starts flowing from the lungs to outside. And this happens during exhalation. So inhalation we have to do first. So the oxygen can reach to the cells of the body. Now cell undergo respiration. Carbon dioxide is produced as a result of respiration. So inside the cells, the oxygen is breathed in, it is provided to the cells. Now inside the cells they undergo respiration, and one of the byproduct is carbon dioxide. So this carbon dioxide is present inside the cells or the tissue, and from here it goes to the blood vessels, maybe capillaries, and from that blood capillaries it goes to the lungs or alveoli, and from alveoli it comes to the outside. Okay, so this is the process of exhalation. And why it goes out? Because of the pressure difference. So the main part which is responsible for this mechanical process of breathing is the diaphragm. So because it is due to the movement of diaphragm that the volume inside the lung changes, because of which pressure changes, and therefore movement of air takes place accordingly. So now another important question is, what we have been talking about breathing so much. We have been talking about breathing in, breathing out. But sometimes you might be wondering that what exactly are we breathing out? I have been telling you since the time that it is nothing but carbon dioxide is coming. We are breathing in oxygen and we are taking out carbon dioxide, breathing out carbon dioxide. That is something which is I am telling you. How you gonna tell, or how you supposed to be know that what we are breathing out? So for that we can do a simple experiment. So when I talk about this experiment, you will remember of your one of your previous lesson in your chemistry, where we have learned that this property of carbon dioxide. Now what do you do is, you take a glass, filled it with lime water. What is lime water? It is calcium hydroxide inside the water. So take this lime water solution and take a straw and just breathe out through the straw. And what do you observe? So you observe that the lime water turns milky. So when you breathe out through your straw, whichever gas, we don't know which gas it is, when it goes to the lime water, it reacts with the lime water and turns milky. Now can you guess which gas could be? So that turns lime water milky? It is nothing but carbon dioxide. So what actually happened inside in it is nothing but calcium hydroxide. When it react with calcium hydroxide, when it react with carbon dioxide, it gives CaCO3, calcium carbonate, and because of the formation of calcium carbonate, the lime water turns milky. So through this experiment, we prove that we breathe out carbon dioxide and we breathe in oxygen. You can carry this experiment at your home also. It is safe. Now, I have mentioned it before also that it is not only oxygen that we breathe in, and it is not only CO2 we exhale out. So when we breathe in air, and air contain nitrogen, oxygen, CO2, and some other gases are also present in. So this is the composition of air. So when we want to breathe in, if our body does not have any special feature, till then we have to breathe that mixture of gases, that is air. So what we inhale is actually air, that is a mixture of gases. But inside our body, the cells need oxygen. So what these cells do, they have a special thing which can actually carry only oxygen and provide it to the cells. And what is that special thing that we have inside our lungs? That special thing is hemoglobin. So whatever we breathe in is air, which contain a lot of gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and etc. etc. So when this air enters inside our body and it is actually transporting to the different cells of the body through blood, right? So blood actually helps to carry air to different cells of the body. So this blood contains special protein called hemoglobin, and there is a special property of this hemoglobin that it has a very strong affinity for oxygen. So it has strong affinity for, strong attraction you can say, for oxygen. So it binds with oxygen, and that is how it carry oxygen to different cells of the body. So hemoglobin carry oxygen to different body part of the body, and so that's how the oxygen is actually taken out from all the other gases, and how that is how it is utilized by our body, right? So you got it. So what we inhale is not only oxygen, it is a mixture of gases, but since our body need oxygen, so we selectively take oxygen, and what happens to the other gases? All these other gases which have been present in which we breathe in, they go out while breathing out. Because when we breathe out, that is not only the CO2, there are other gases also. So if you actually look at the composition of inhaled air, it consists of 21% of oxygen, 0.04% of carbon dioxide. Now I'm only talking about oxygen and carbon dioxide percentage because those are two gases which are actually want in the process of breathing. And in exhale air which we breathe out, in that air, what is the percentage of oxygen? There is 16.4% of oxygen and around 4.4% of carbon dioxide which is breathed out. So just compare the percentages. The inhaled air we have taken in contain 21% oxygen when we have given out only 16.4%. So what happened to the difference? What happened to the remaining 4.4%? So the remaining is actually utilized by our body. So if you look at the net inhaled air, we have inhaled oxygen and we have the net exhale product, that is carbon dioxide. And you see that we are exhaling a lot of carbon dioxide. So net result, if you see, and what about the other gases like nitrogen? This same amount of which goes in, the same amount will goes out, because our body neither needed nor it is utilizing the nitrogen and other gases. So net is oxygen inhale because and carbon dioxide exhale. So that is why we say that during breathing, human being inhale oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Now I think it should be clear with this data that we breathe in oxygen and we breathe out carbon dioxide. So now we're gonna discuss, not now, we'll discuss it in the next video, the breathing during various activities. Okay. Thank you, students.